Weaving. What is weaving? Weaving is the process of creating fabric by lacing together two sets of threads or fibers. The art and practical craft of weaving dates back tens of thousands of years. In ancient times, people wore shirts, skirts, and hats made of grasses that had been woven together. Before beginning a new woven pattern, the weaver needs two sets of threads as a base. The web is a set of vertical threads that are held in position, usually over a frame, by tension. The left is one or more horizontal threads. The weaver laces the left over and under the web and hacks it down so the threads fit closely together and form a fabric. This book introduces you to the art of weaving with three fun projects: a paper mat, a friendship bracelet, and a dream catcher. Each project will introduce you to a different way to weave. Let's begin. Paper mat weaving. Our first project introduces the basics of weaving with a paper weaving activity. You can use paper weaving to make placemats, book covers, and colorful designs to hang on a wall. Select one piece of paper which will be the wrap or foundation of your project. Carefully fold it in half and draw a straight line one from the long or open edge. Draw 10 to 12 lines from the fold to the straight line you just drew. You may take these lines straight, curved, or a mixture. Be careful to avoid drawing lines too close to the edge of the paper. Also, avoid drawing complicated shapes, as this will make weaving too hard. Keeping the paper folded, cut along the lines you drew in step 2. Start at the fold in the paper and stop at the straight line. Do not cut on the straight line. Gently unfold your paper and place it flat on the table with the cuts placed vertically. Pick up a 1 multiply 9 stripe of the different color of paper, which is the left. Insert the stripe crosswise over one wrap and under the next one. If you're right-handed, start on the right side, and if you're left-handed, start on the left side. Continue weaving over one stripe and under the next stripe until you reach the far edge. Gently slide this left stripe all the way to the top edge of the wrap, stopping at the horizontal line. Start weaving a new row with another 9 stripe of paper. Since the previous row began with over one, start this row with under one. Continue weaving left stripes, alternating how you start the rows. Gently slide each left stripe up right next to the previous one. Be especially gentle as you insert the last stripe to avoid tearing the paper. After your weaving is finished, use a glue stick to attach the loose edges of the left stripes. Turn over your weaving and glue these edges too. Congratulations, you've just finished your first weaving. Weaving a friendship bracelet. Our next project uses your paper weaving skills to work with thread. You can make friendship bracelets with this finger weaving technique and also use it in dream catchers. Cut 4 to 6 wrap threads of embroidery floss, each thread 1 long as well as 1 left thread 4 in length. Line up one end over the threads even with each other and tie an overhand knot 3 from the end. Tape the tails of the knotted end to your work table a few inches from the table edge closest to you. Separate the weft thread from the wrapped threads. Then decide on the order you want for your wrapped threads. Smooth them out flat and tape them in that order near the edge of the table. Insert the toothpick crosswise just under the knot. Over one wrapped thread and under the next one. Continue weaving the toothpick over one and under one until you get to the other side. This toothpick will remain in place until you finish your weaving. Tape both ends to the table. Use another toothpick to lift up every other wrapped thread. Lift up the opposite threads from the ones you lifted with the first toothpick. After you weave the toothpick through, lift it up enough to create a space or shed between the wrapped threads you lifted and the wrapped threads that are flat on the table. Feed the wrapped thread all the way through this space and gently pull it across. Slide the toothpick up and use it to peg the weft tightly against the top of the weaving. Continue lifting up every other wrapped thread with the toothpick, feeding the weft thread through and pegging it tightly. You may need to move and retape your weaving several times as it grows. If the weft covers up the wrapped threads as you weave, tighten the wrapped threads and add more tape at the end closest to you. If you get close to running out of weft thread, cut another piece and use a square knot to join the two. Do your best to position the knot in the middle of a row to hide it. Stop when your weaving is as long as you want it to be. Remove the tape at the bottom and tie an overhand knot to secure the last row of weft. Cut the tails to 3 to match the other tails. Gently remove the tape from the top of your weaving and also remove the toothpick. Finish the fringe with braiding or with an overhand knot on each piece of embroidery floss. You can also attach decorative braids if you like. Use an overhand knot to tie your bracelet in place or to attach your weaving to something. Use the tails, not the open area, to tie the overhand knot. Dream catchers. Our third project combines finger weaving with other fiber techniques. Dream catchers are Native American objects traditionally hung over a bed or cradle. Legend has it that they catch bad dreams which get burned up by the sun next day. Good dreams pass through dream catchers and allow for peaceful sleep. Wrap a wire or wooden hoop with yarn to use it as the foundation of your dream catcher. Handle your creation gently as you work on it to avoid distorting the shape of the hoop. Using yarn and the finger weaving technique on page 10, create as many woven stripes as you want. Attach them to your dream catcher with care knots. Add other pieces of yarn as desired using a combination of knotting and braiding. Use your imagination to create designs and different ways of attaching yarn. You can create symmetrical patterns of spider webs using half knots, freeform patterns, and more. Attach braids, feathers, and other decorative items directly to the hoop or to fringe you tie to the hoop. Use a small drop of white glue if needed to hold things in place. Create a look with yarn or thread on the top of your dream catcher. Hang it above your bed and enjoy your dreams. Conclusion. The projects in this book are just a taste of the many kinds of weaving you can do. You've learned the basic principles of weaving it, and you've experimented by using your imagination. You've tried it, different materials, patterns, and colors. You can apply all of these ideas and techniques to many other kinds of weaving. Have fun!